So we're here with Scott, who's the product manager for HR Products nationally.
Yes, nationally, yep.
And we're just going to go through a few products. Firstly, tell me what we're looking at here.
So Armada is a cable location device. So this is their new Pro900 series. So it has a little bit of a digital display compared to the old analog needle system. You can put up to 8 D-cell batteries into the holder, so it makes it completely portable.
Yep.
It also comes with a power pack. So if you're actually out in the field and your batteries have actually gone flat, you can actually hook that up into where your irrigation controller is.
Okay, yep.
And then just plug that straight into the power supply.
But that's not going to recharge the batteries or anything?
It's not a rechargeable system. Yep. It's just if you want the full power of the unit, you can use that. So that comes with the kit.
That doesn't have a car cigarette lighter or attachment or anything?
No. So
you generator, power source, whatever you can.
Yeah, so you can actually put an adapter on there because it's just DC. It's a DC transformer, okay. So cool. You can do that. And then basically what you have is it works on about getting a circuit between in the field. So if you're doing it in dry soil, your range of the transmissions is going to be limited. Yep. But if your soil's quite moist, you're going to get full range out.
So if someone was going to do some cable locating tomorrow in the middle of summer, they would be advised to irrigate quite heavily in the area. You're
better off to irrigate the night before, if you can.
Yep.
But so, for example, in Perth, where it's sandy soil, you might only get 800 to 1,000 metres out of the cable, like when you're doing your
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah, if you were doing a sports field and that in Adelaide or any other place, you'd probably find you'll get 1.2, 1.5 Ks.
Yeah.
All right, so
which is the whole oval's covered.
Yeah, exactly.
So who would be using this? A council or a golf course?
Council,
contractor?
Council, stores, contractors.
So you might have irrigation shops that have got one of these, and they'll, as a service, they'll go out and do.
So basically, all they need to do is they get an earthing rod. Yep. So what we're looking for is a loop between this unit and the earth rod.
Yep.
So with this particular model, there's now 3 ways to actually get the voltage or the signal onto the cable.
Yep.
So to get your best range, you've got hard wire.
Yep.
So obviously red and black wire, red and black terminals.
And so that'll come off your control. So you'll remove the wires from the controller.
Yeah. So if you're looking for the whole wire path, you'll hook onto your common wire.
Yep.
Obviously remove it from the controller first, hook onto your common wire. If you're looking to find out where station number 5 is, disconnect station number 5 from the controller and hook onto it.
So that's one wire. So you're not trying to do a circuit using 2. So you've got your one wire. So station 5, there's an issue with it.
Yes.
You're trying to chase a break.
Correct.
This is what you'd use.
Correct. Yep. So earth rod, cable on, red and black, goes on to station number 5.
Yep.
Then what you can do through the wand is turn it on.
Yep.
You put it into pulse mode.
So this is still sitting back at the controller. This is just to power the cable up.
Correct.
Yep.
This is inducing the current onto the cable.
Yep.
So now we're actually in the field trying to locate.
Yep.
So what happens is as you're going along, you can have it either in what they call peak or null. As you move over the cable, you'll hear a noise. It'll go beep, right?
Yeah.
Or it can be beeping off, and as you go off, it's null.
So it's null when it's over the
nothing.
Cable. Yep. Or peak is when it's over
the top.
Yep.
So you can just go along, and we say just grab some marker flags or something like that, and as you go across, there it is there.
So what's the advantage of that? Is it because some people don't like hearing the constant buzz, or you'll be looking for different cables? Or
no, it's just more what people are used to. Some of the older machines used to only have the one option,
and this has the ability for you to choose
to do both. So if you're in a noisy area, if you're doing it say on a medium strip for a council, set of headphones.
Cool headphones.
So
hang on, so you can plug in your Bose headphones if you really wanted to.
Correct.
Beats by Dre. All right, cool. It doesn't have to be these ones.
No. So
it's not Bose, it's Coase. Sorry, whoever manufactures that, I'm probably being really rude to them.
So you can put noise suppression on there if you wanted to.
Yep.
But the thing with this is when you go over the top of the cable, you can actually find it. So there's the location.
Yeah. Yep.
If you turn it around and put it out at 45 degrees, and then drag it back this way, when you actually get another null, it's the distance between those 2 points is your depth.
No shit.
So it's just basic triangulation.
Well, that makes sense. I just didn't even know it did it. That's really cool.
So find it, mark it, turn it to 90 degrees.
And that knows what you're doing. Yep.
Put it out at 45 and then drag it along the ground.
So if you've got concerns about maybe an irrigation or an electrical contractor that hasn't buried cable enough, or if you're auditing a system, you can say, look, this cable's only been buried at 300 based on what we've tested.
Yes.
You can dig it up and check as well, but you can at least eliminate
Well, this will go down. I think it's about 1.2 metres.
Yeah, which is never going to be an issue for what we're talking. Well, our shop and probably what you do with, but.
So if there's a system out there that needs to be audited, or you're having to do repairs, we did a job in Country Victoria where a guy was actually doing it, found the cable, yep, there it is, went to grab the spade, about to let rip into it. I said, well, hang on, for an extra 10 seconds, let's check the depth. Put it off the side, dragged it across. It's only about 2 inches below the ground.
Yeah, so he saved a cable break.
Yeah, so he's about to hit it with a spade and actually break the cable.
And that's accurate. Like, I know that's a stupid question, but like
it's accurate to the point as long as you get that at 45. If that's at 60 degrees or whatever, then you're out. Yep. But 45, which is pretty much
as the handles, perfect.
Is flat. Yep. If you wanted to, you can actually put a little stick-on like
a
bubble on it, so you can make sure that where it's square.
That's really cool.
And then drag it out. So you've got that to do it that way.
Yep.
If you get to a situation where you've got buried valve boxes in here.
Okay, so the valve boxes are sitting below surface, so sometimes a footy oval will do that to protect the players from hurting themselves.
Instead of going down and digging them up, you've actually got an inductive aerial. So this here will actually blast. So now what you're doing is putting this over the top of the valve box.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
But you know the box is there.
You know that.
So you've GPS tracked it, maybe.
You found it.
Yep.
You may have found it with this.
Yep.
Right. You've gone to the full distance that you can go.
Yep.
You can now put it in broadcast mode.
Yep.
You sit that over on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's going to broadcast it now down onto the wires, all wires into the ground.
Okay, so you found a valve box using one wire, but then you want to know where that goes next.
Correct.
You start by broadcasting through, and then you chase all your wires again.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can either hard connect or broadcast.
Oh, okay. So this is you just know where it is. You have to know where it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you know that there's a valve box in this vicinity, or there's a cable or anything below you, put it in broadcast mode, lay it over the top, and it will broadcast onto that.
Yep. To what depth is that?
It's still to the same depth, about a metre.
Yep. But obviously the shallower you go, the better you're going to get. Kind of thing.
And the range is limited. With a direct connection, you're putting all that voltage straight onto that wire.
Yep.
This here, we're broadcasting onto all wires.
Yeah, cool.
So you've got that. And then the last way of doing it is with what they call the induction clamp.
Yep. Here's one we prepared earlier.
Yeah.
And this is one of the newer models. Obviously,
this is the latest.
This is the 900. There was an 871.
There was
and
an
a 700.
700 series. There was a.
And they all kind of go up from that. Yeah.
Correct. So this is pretty much the latest spec.
Yeah.
Latest spec from these guys.
I know we just priced one for a client, and it was. I mean, it's more money, obviously, but I think the features that this has outweigh the price difference.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then, as I say, with this one, once again, it's a hardwire, induction, or clamp.
And that clamp's similar to the induction, like it just has to be around it.
Correct. Yeah. So if you've got your controller on the wall, and you've got the conduit,
just like that.
Put it around the conduit. Now you're actually putting it onto the conduit.
Yep.
The only thing we say is, I'll use this as an example. If you put it around a single wire, you're only inducing it on that much copper.
Yeah.
So what we say to people is, if there's got the ability to get to the wire, to actually wind it around here 3 or 4 times, so you're actually inducing onto more copper.
You could wind it around.
Correct.
That.
So you could actually go.
Yeah. And
now
these
are all going to be.
I mean, obviously I spoke to the guy in WA that's like the guy.
Kelvin. Yes.
And he was saying that a lot of, like, he didn't say it as such, but what he kind of insinuated was that a lot of the capacity that this has can be learnt on site more than what you can tell me here. Yeah. And that, once you start trying it, you're like, oh, well, I didn't know it. Like, you can almost, it's not something that they say, but you can put electricity into water and then...
Well, you can put a current into
the water. Don't stick toasters in the bath or anything, but yeah. And then you can get...
so you can, as long as it has the ability to conduct a signal. Obviously, if you clamped it onto a dry piece of poly pipe or PVC, you're not going to be able to find it.
Yeah, but water can conduct that.
But if there's water inside of it, there's a potential that you can actually trace it through.
But they can't advertise it because it's not what it's made for.
Correct. So, and we don't want to go people going hooking up to water supplies and
sticking
like
a power cord into the water. So.
But then, as I say, once you're going along, it's going to keep on beeping, but what happens is when you actually get to, so the energy is causing the loop around, so it's virtually leaking voltage through the sheath, which is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But when you get to a solenoid coil, you've got all the windings of the coil. So you'll be just going along nice and quietly, and next minute you'll get to the solenoid coil and it'll actually go off its nut at you.
So it's a lot louder, and that's how you find a valve that's buried?
Yeah. So you find the coil because there's high windings there. If you're going along nice and quietly and it's just beeping away,
yep.
If you find a break in the wire, once again, because there's no sheath there holding the current inside of it,
metal,
it's exposed metal, it'll just go up a little bit higher.
And is that something that people kind of get an ear for?
Yeah, because you can actually go along, and as you're winding along the wand, you can actually pick up which side potentially the brake is on.
Because you're that in tune with the beeps.
Correct.
Or the nulls.
The nulls, yeah. So if you're going along, it's something a little bit different here.
Yep.
If I go across this side, it spaces out after a couple of inches. If I go across this side and it comes out 6 inches, we can pretty much say that it's on this side.
Yep. Wow.
A nick in the sheath.
So this is probably something we should have in our shop as well.
Look, it's a service that you can provide to the dealers and to your contractors, councils. We have a lot of events and that like thing in Adelaide.
Yeah. Well, we deal with those guys.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of going along afterwards and saying, okay, here it is here. Let's go through, find all your brakes.
And we've just bought a GPS, so I've got that.
Yep.
This is kind of like the next tool.
Yeah. So you can just walk along with it and find it. Yep. There's a brake. Mark it. Keep. And when you've found the brake, when you dig down and repair it. You're given the opportunity now to shift this across to your new brake and wire.
And then you can tell them. Yeah.
And now you can go further again.
Is this something that you guys will have good stock of soon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got more, pretty much everything. Well, this one is being sold off the stand. We've got another 10 or a dozen coming in on sea at the moment.
Yep.
So,
because I'm thinking for us, like, this is obviously separate to this.
Yeah.
It might be good for us to do in the financial year, like, the tax deduction, buy your tools.
Well, even
the
Pro900 cable diagnostics tool for the Dakota side of things.
Yep.
Package it up in a deal and say, right, here's a way to get rid of some cash.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, so that's pretty much
that's pretty much it.
That in a nutshell.
Yep. So batteries, power supply. If you've got access to it, obviously, if you've got access to it, it's better with the power supply. You're giving it its full juice instead of through them.
Yep.
That's going to be your best way for connection.
Yep. And then it obviously moves down.
Broadcast or clamp it.
Cool. Wicked.
Okay. So
there you go, kids. Everyone should have one of these at home.
And the best thing is when you're actually out using this along the highway, all right, you do get people slowing down.
As in?
They think it's radar sitting off the side of the road.
Oh, no shit. So, whereas if you're like actually doing work on the side of the road and you're wearing high-vis and there's 15 signs up, they don't slow down. But
So we've had people slow down because it's someone there, police or something like that.
Oh yeah, all of their like checking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
cool. Thanks so much, man.
Too easy. No worries.
All right.